Hello students, welcome back to the channel. So today we are going to start the new chapter for class 8 ICSE, that is chemical reactions. Now what is a chemical reaction? A chemical reaction is a chemical change in which matter changes into a new substance. So whenever a chemical reaction is taking place, whether it is a simple combination reaction or whatever, every time you're going to see a new substance being formed which is in relation to a chemical change that has occurred. Now whenever a chemical reaction is taking place, how we will know that a chemical reaction has happened? There are certain external indications or characteristics that helps us to know that a chemical reaction has taken place. Those indications are change of color, evolution of gas, evolution or absorption of heat energy, or formation of precipitate. So let's take these indications separately. Firstly, seeing the change of color, we have the example of mercuric oxide. This mercuric oxide, which is red in color, on heating decomposes to form mercury and oxygen gas is liberated. So this is a simple reaction in which change of color is taking place. The red mercuric oxide changes into the silvery mercury which is being formed. Okay. So this example you can remember for change of color. Moving on to the second indication, we have the evolution of gas. Now zinc, when it reacts with dilute HCl, it results in the formation of zinc chloride and hydrogen gas is liberated. Now this is a simple reaction. Here you can see in the test tube, zinc metal once is being added, it results in the evolution of hydrogen gas. So a gas is being evolved which is indicating that a chemical reaction has taken place. Next we have the evolution or absorption of heat energy. When we talk about the evolution of heat energy, we call that reaction as exothermic reaction, and when we talk about absorption of heat energy, it is called as endothermic reaction. Okay, so firstly seeing the exothermic reaction, when water is added to quicklime, it results in the formation of calcium hydroxide. An enormous amount of heat energy is liberated. So because evolution of heat energy has taken place, it is classified as an exothermic reaction. An exothermic reaction will always be represented by a positive and the symbol will be a triangle. Okay, so this example you will remember for exothermic reaction. Nitrogen, when it reacts with oxygen, it is a reversible reaction. It results in the formation of nitric oxide and it is an endothermic reaction which proceeds with the absorption of heat energy. So it will be represented by a negative triangle. Okay, so all these examples which we are seeing an account of what are some of the external indications which we can observe, which will tell us that a chemical reaction has taken place. Okay. Lastly, we have the formation of precipitate. Now, there are certain chemical reactions which are characterized by the formation of some sort of insoluble precipitate. We have the example of silver nitrate here reacting with the acid HCl. Here it results in the formation of nitric acid and a white precipitate of silver chloride is being formed. Now whenever we write the precipitate, we always indicate by an arrow pointing downwards. So what has happened? Two solutions have been mixed together, that is silver nitrate and HCl, and it has resulted in the formation of an insoluble component in that reaction, and that insoluble component is a precipitate. Okay, next moving on to the types of chemical reaction. We have four types of reaction: direct combination reaction, decomposition reaction, displacement reaction, and double decomposition reaction. So each reaction we are going to see quickly and try to understand what is the meaning of it. Firstly, talking about direct combination reaction, in which what is happening, two or more elements. If we take the example of iron reacting with sulfur, they combine to give one new compound, that is iron sulfide. Remember, direct combination reaction, always one new compound will be formed, and it is also called as a synthesis reaction. Okay, so what has happened? two or more different elements have combined, and they will always combine to form one new compound. And the other name of direct combination reaction is also synthesis reaction. In the decomposition reaction, if we take the example, now what is decomposition? It means this given chemical compound will break down. When heat energy is given, it will break down to form copper oxide and carbon dioxide gas is liberated. So what is a decomposition reaction? It is a chemical reaction in which a chemical compound decomposes to form two or more simpler substances. So what are the simpler substances are being formed over here? Copper oxide and carbon dioxide gas. Next we have the displacement reaction. Now in this reaction what will happen? One element displaces another element. We have the example of zinc reacting with copper sulfate. Now here zinc will displace copper, forming zinc sulfate, and copper will be displaced from the given reaction. So what has happened? Zinc has displaced copper, and this we will discuss in detail based on the metal activity series. So metals which are placed higher in the reactivity series are much more reactive, and they displace the metals which are placed below them. So this is the same thing what is happening in a displacement reaction. Zinc has displaced copper from copper sulfate, forming a new substance, that is zinc sulfate and copper. Okay, displacement reaction is also called the substitution reaction. Okay, and lastly we have the double decomposition reaction. Now in this reaction, two reactants are there, silver nitrate and potassium chloride, and both these reactants will undergo decomposition. They will break down, and exchange of radicals will take place, and it will result in the formation of silver chloride, which will be a precipitate, and potassium nitrate will be formed. Okay, so this is what a double decomposition reaction is about. Okay, so we have discussed the four types of chemical reaction, that is a direct combination reaction, decomposition reaction, displacement reaction, and double decomposition reaction. So in the next video we'll be talking in detail about these four types of chemical reaction. Follow for the next video.